Right. Yeah. Sorry, I kind of missed the opening thing. In the last seconds, checking information and shit. So woohoo! Well, anyways, greetings to everyone, and what a shit show this is! Oh boy! So for those that don't really know what the fuck is happening, let's just recap for the history books, if you will. Alright, so what happened just a couple of hours ago was developers put a trailer up on their YouTube channels and or channel and then quickly or rather unlisted video that people grabbed, and people of course looked at it and it was interesting, so they literally screen grabbed and picked for themselves, and essentially space legs are really revealed, and yes, space legs will be the next thing. We have the No Man's Sky DLC coming, so the new era, what was called will be called Odyssey, and it feels like somebody screwed up over at Frontier and released it early, I assume, of course, and now that the cat's out of the bag, might as well announce the whole fucking thing. So yes, officially it has come out, and developers have officially revealed the details, well, maybe not details, but well, generally speaking, things about the Odyssey. Woo! Oh, fuck me. So here we go. Alright then, so in the forums, the picture. So first things first, I can tell you right now that once I saw the atmospheric spacesuit, whatever this thing is supposed to look like or be, it's ugly. It doesn't feel like it's Elite, actually. It feels completely disjointed from the Elite's, I suppose, style? But hey, whatever, fine, fuck it. Guns, on the other hand, these guns truly feel, and am I the only one who really feels that some of these guns really look like copy-paste from Borderlands? Like, I shit you not, hold on, there have to be, hold on. Borderlands guns. I really have a feeling that I've seen at least a few of these, especially this one, right? In the Borderlands 3, there was at least some of it. There we go. There's one similar-ish looking one. Here we go. I mean, kinda, right? I mean, okay, PlanetSide 2 actually also have plenty of very similar looking guns. So, I get it. Fair enough. If developers want to pay homage or whatnot else, sure. But even so, I don't know, for Elite's universe, see, Elite's universe, right? There are certain expectations when we're talking about, any sort of a design in Elite, right? Elite tries to go for the more realistic approach on things, and these guns don't particularly look like something that would be more realistic. It's so futuristic, it's also bulky and kind of doesn't make sense, especially this portion, right? Normal weapons probably wouldn't have that. There are weapons that have similar sort of, I suppose, handguards, but not exactly. So my point here is that already this picture feels out of place, like a joke to me. But okay, whatever. They are willing to put in something completely different looking. Alright then, why not? So let's carry on then. So yeah, they are revealing details about it, at least a little bit. So yeah, there's the trailer. Yeah, gonna mute it because never sure about what developers are putting in the music. So yeah. Anyways, so yes. Oh fucking So yeah, the trailer. Well, yeah. Actually, if you notice a couple of things when the characters are walking, I don't know about you. The animation kind of feels janky. Okay, here it's all right? The walking animation is basically a perfected thing by today's standards, right? The issue I had about animation, give me a moment, is gonna be here, right? That truly felt like the character didn't had weight. There's animation details that you have to put in kinda to feel like your body has weight rather than it being on keyframed rails. But in any case, developers are announcing why is there so much black stuff? Anyways, here we go. So yeah, arriving early 2020. 21 that is. Not this year, as developers actually said, which is kind of weird, but oh well. So there we go. Late 2020. Hey. I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt to developers who, are putting in this stuff. So, all right, fair enough. If they are willing to postpone the, late or at the end of the year thing to early 2021, remember, this release is dictated heavily by the new console generation. Thing is, sure, they are only showing that it's on, let's see, Xbox One and PS4, but they clearly can't announce that it's going to be on Xbox, Xbox, there we go, and PS5. But let's not kid ourselves, folks. This release is truly going to be about releasing around the same time when the new consoles hit the market. And that is a smart choice. Say which real, it's a smart choice, and it just makes financial sense. And because of the state of the world that it has been into right now, and so on and so forth, obviously new consoles have been, relatively speaking, postponed, and or rather just been, basically postponed. Their release has been postponed. So yeah, and thus also this update, because releasing it before the new consoles, well, not going to be as good. However, this release overall, I truly have a feeling, right, that developers accidentally released this trailer, everyone picked it up and distributed it everywhere, and then everyone in the company was thinking, crap, well, there goes the surprise, fuck, might as well release all the details. And thus, I truly have a feeling that this announcement should have come about a few weeks after the Fleet Carrier release. I really do think that this should have been, it would make sense, right? You're used to Fleet Carriers by 1 or 2 weeks after its release, and okay, now we can have a new news piece to keep news cycle going, right? And attention, for the game. But this update kind of undercuts the poor Fleet Carrier release. No one cares about Fleet Carriers anymore. This is the new fucking slot in town. Oh, I love it. All right, so let's read on what they say about the update or the expansion in this thing. So explore distant worlds on foot. Yes, fleet. The space legs announced. Expand the frontier of known space and leave your mark on the galaxy as you become the first person in history to explore lands untouched since time began. I mean, that sentence, okay, it's a fluffy sentence, it's just a PR sentence, but god fucking damn it, let's be honest. The whole galaxy is only discovered by about 1% or something, or less than 1%. So no matter what you do in Elite, you always will discover at least something new, unless you truly just simply live in the bubble. So yeah. Anyways, don't forget immersion. Yes, don't worry, we'll get to that. All right, then let's carry on then. So you've disembarked. You're standing for the first time on an unexplored planet. Oh my God, they're fluffing up the whole space legs as if it's the Jesus. The fucking space legs will be the space Jesus second or first coming for Elite Dangerous. Is it that really big of a thing? Personally, I don't find it to be such a massive... I mean, I can do the same thing in No Man's Sky already, or Star Citizen, and honestly, it's not that impressive, but whatever. Somebody's overestimating their worth there, but hey, you're talking to me, right? The greatest Latvian in the world. Well, glass houses, folks. Anyways. What can you do next? Here's an overview. What you can look forward in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Alright, so, one giant leap. So basically, let's leap off the building and kill ourselves. That sounds pretty bad, but anyways, carrying on. See the galaxy like never before. Touchdown on breathtaking planets powered by stunning new tech. Soak in suns rising over unforgettable vistas. Discover outposts and settlements and explore with unrestricted freedom. Again, this is pure fucking PR speak, folks. Unrestricted freedom. I'm not saying this should be illegal, but this should be illegal to be said without proper backing and actual results. Just saying it just no, it's this kind of overhyping bullshit that just no, there will always be restrictions, and actually that's what often makes the games fun, you know, restrictions. I highly doubt we're gonna get, you know, Minecraft levels of things, right? What bullshit are you talking about? So please, PR heads, don't be cunts. That's what I'm saying, is just don't overestimate your bullshit, because let's be honest, no one wants to live through another No Man's Sky again. Right? I find it a glorious shitfest, but let's be honest, I much rather have a good game. And that is not overhyped. So let's just not kid ourselves. It's just gonna be walking around in procedurally generated planets like with a buggy constantly, so it's really no different. Anyways, let's carry on. One giant leap. That paragraph literally tells you that, oh, you're gonna be discovering outposts. You can do that already. Settlements, you can do that already. Are they gonna be different? I don't know. Anyways, forge your own path. Yeah, the more you know, really, okay, I see plenty of people in the chat already saying that, that's cynical, Yamiks doing cynical things and it's fun and so on and so forth, but it's just... They're making it too easy to be cynical. Like, honestly, these paragraphs just read like there's a lot of nothing about nothing and... What? Deep Fried Lettuce, hey, thank you for your little contribution. I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully you're doing fine and dandy today. But yeah, it's just... these fluff pieces are... The thing is... Yeah, sure, have the fluff pieces, but they literally tell you nothing, and all they breed is pointless hype from the people who are willing to overhype and speculate the motherfucking thing out of it. At this point, to me, it's really telling me nothing. Even the trailer tells me literally nothing. Okay. Fine. It tells me details that could be true, but let's be honest, if we go back in the day when Elite was releasing, right? That first trailer. As a matter of fact, I can actually try and find it. Let's try and find the original Elite's trailer, right? So, and a danger noodle, a snake, I assume. So there we go. That's the old Elite Dangerous trailer. Right? Let's go through it and look at what actually happened in it and how much of it is possible these days. So there's a space. There's a space station. Literally, this already is something that you cannot do. Stand like this in your fucking cockpit, right? And that was in 2016, right? That was Horizon's, yeah, that was a Horizon's release, right? That wasn't the original, even the release of Elite Dangerous. Original release was on 2014. So yeah, it's, again, let's remember, folks, yes, we can extrapolate details from trailers like these, but it's just how much of it will actually be true. No one knows. And this is kind of the issue that a lot of people tend to have with modern game industry. Yes, have your trailers as much as you like, but the problem is that most of these fucking trailers are pure bullshots, doctored imagery, and you know, just unreal representation, just a trailer to just breed hype, and that's all they are meant to do. And oh, lo and behold. So yeah, again, we can extrapolate details of what will be possible, but how much of it will be true, who the fuck knows? So let's carry on. It's been 13 seconds into their own trailer, and, you know, one thing is already impossible. Alright, let's see. Upgrade dock, blah, blah, blah. Okay, everything is good. Yeah, that is proper gameplay. Yeah, sure. Sure. Effects are a bit off, and this, oh god, that's just silly look, but okay, yeah, Galaxy is this big, that's true. Usually you'd think that no, that's not true, but well, there you go. Not exactly the representation of UI. Yes, that's gameplay, that's gameplay, that's gameplay. Yep, that's gameplay. Yes, definitely. Not okay, folks. Already, right? Just no, okay? Just no. No. First of all, yes, there are ships like these, and yes, in conflict zones you could get a shot of one of them. I've yet to see two Imperial. Oh wait, no. I've seen always. There are chances of having two similar capital ships happening, but not three. And usually when it happens, they're always facing each other. Backwards, I suppose, and fighting. Not this shit. So let's carry on. Okay. Conflict zone, sure, yeah. Well, okay, that's just, okay, fighters, yeah, sure. Very poor flying. Okay, I assume resource extraction site? Sure, possible. Also possible. Stupid graphics. Okay. Also, yeah. Okay. And of course, just a pan out. All right. Well, surprisingly, not that many impossible things in the trailer. Doctored quite a lot, especially this this reference to the stupid prequels. Oh god, it's just no. But yeah, surprisingly, even though it's, you know, not the trailer for gameplay, it has actually surprisingly a lot of gameplay stuff that is, you know, not exactly horribly embellished. There we go. What was it, that thing? So yeah, about this trailer, not sure, but still. Fair enough, right? But these paragraphs just, they tell me nothing. Anyways, forge your own path. It's like blaze your own trail. Like, what? It's literally the same sentence, but different. It's the same, but different. It's the thing you know, and the thing that you want. It's amazing. And then we have prequels. Oh, God. Anyways, forge your own path. Take a wide variety of contracts and play your way from diplomacy and commerce to lethal stealth and all-out combat. Diplomacy is an interesting choice of words, but again, I assume that's BGS. Like literally, what's difference? Are you re-releasing the game or what? Anyways, diverse settings, objectives, and NPCs offer endless mission variety and near infinite amount of content to enjoy. Oh god. Well, they're not exactly wrong. But is that a meaningful gameplay and content? Sorry, no. Unfortunately, the thing with Elite Dangerous, so let's remember that is Elite has a lot of, well, actually almost everything is procedurally generated. Sure, it's persistent, but it's procedurally generated, and I mean, how much fun can you find in literally meaningless, randomly generated missions that affect absolutely nothing, or in grand scheme of things just really mean nothing? Are you really gonna go out and be willing to fight for the faction ID 705801, or would you actually prefer handcrafted story content and so on and so forth? This has been an old issue for Elite Dangerous, so procedurally generated content is good for background, for stuff that you do, you know, as a supplement to the main thing that is, you know, handmade, designed, and so on and so forth. But anyways, that's an old lesson. In the chats, I'll try to read as much as I can, but you know, by forge they mean you need to lift heavy objects only to drop it uncountable numbers of times while being sweaty and unhappy. Forge. Yeah. There we go. Forge. Yeah. Anyways, right. So next paragraph, another meaningless one probably. Assemble your crew. Social hubs spread throughout galaxy give commanders the ideal place to plan their next move. Okay. If you have actually social hubs and so on and so forth, you know, more directed gathering places, that'd be kind of nice. The thing is, with Elite Dangerous, because we have so many star systems, truly billions of fucking star systems, sure, within the bubble, but even within the bubble, right, the most inhabited space in the whole game, we still have, well, I'm hesitant to say, but still, millions of systems, when the game itself probably doesn't have even that many players across all platforms. So there's barely ever time when you know, meet a person in your system, unless you actually go for the one of the more known systems like Lave, Shinra, Desra, and others that are more popular, right? So social hubs, a decent idea if it helps gather people in one place a little bit more and just add that level of well, social interaction, I guess. Okay, but let's be honest, Elite is still open, private, and solo, the three gameplay, game mode game, which separates people anyways, so well, in any case, from alliances, procure services and from alliances, procure services, and even find expert support in highly coveted engineers. Are they recapping the whole fucking game already? Are they really just recapping the whole game here and nothing about the new update? Like, we already have engineers. You mean like new engineers? That's what? I don't know. Hey, Blake, thank you for your absolute wonderful contribution there. I bet it will only allow you to walk / stumble outside your ship on a planet and not even allow you to walk on a station landing pad. That's a good question, really. You never know, right? But yeah, anyways, these public outposts will also help you acquire and upgrade weapons and gear to perfect your playing style. Again, we are talking about a weapon like in, again, with thanks to the images, obviously the weapon you see in the guy's hand and on his hip, or that is a multi-tool, or I assume that's a multi-tool, right? It looks like a multi-tool, whatever. Assumingly that's multi-tool and a weapon, right? So now we have another level of grinding for pew-pew weapons for handheld stuff? Not only your ships, or are you referring to the old engineering, like literally word for word? And this is what I absolutely hate about these fluff pieces, truly. It's just, they tell you nothing, and it only breeds fucking hype, pointless hype, and expectations. And in the result, you're like, oh, no, we were talking about the normal engineering. So basically, you were hyped for nothing, that's your fault. In reality, no, it's you released this information, and if you are super vague, then I'm sorry. It's your fault. Hey, fucking hell. So what I assume, they are literally talking about the existing game and nothing new. So I'm not gonna fucking speculate or breed speculation that, weapon fucking engineering, like handheld rifle engineering. Fuck no. I assume they're talking about the normal weapons. That's it. Fucking nonsense. Anyways, but yeah, the social hubs, again, that might as well could be, I don't know. Social hubs could be just a normal starport, right? Just a walkable area, or a coffee room. There we go, a break room. There we go. We get a break room at best, right? And even that's speculation, right? So fuck that. Anyways, right, so, the sphere of combat. Okay. Experience intense first-person combat. Kit out your character with an array of weapons and gear and coordinate with your teammates to master a multi-layered, deep, tactical environment for combat. I can't read this a straight face. Okay. Let me try it again, okay, folks? Experience intense first-person combat. Kit out your character with an array of weapons and gear and coordinate with your teammates to master a multi-layered, deep combat environment where commanders, SREs, and starships converge. Okay, well... So, has anyone out here in the chats have ever played PlanetSide 2? Or have any of you played Battlefield? You'll pretty much know that the person with the bigger tool, especially if that bigger fucking spaceship is capable of unloading a motherfuck ton of, well, laser beams and power and whatnot else, wouldn't that be like basically uselessly running about like a headless chicken on a battlefield if you only have a fucking pew-pew laser rifle on the ground as a person? I don't know about you, but I kind of feel that, yeah, sure, you can have combat on ground, but let's be honest, it will be dominated by anyone with a fucking ship and modicum ability of aiming. Unless, of course, gimbal even helps more. So at this point, just stepping outside your ship is like the dumbest thing you can do. And only will be necessary if there is, I don't know, some interactable thing that nothing but your first-person character can do. And again, I'm speculating. God damn it! No, stop it. So, multi-layer. Oh god, the way they describe combined arms combat. This is what usually is known as combined arms combat, where tanks, planes, and normal infantry is fighting together. That's combined arms gameplay, and multi-layered, deep tactical environment where commanders, SREs, and starships converge. I'm just... Even in an SRV, you'd be better off, right? It's just... Well, regardless. Fine. Thing is, realistically speaking, thanks to instancing, again, we probably ain't gonna see more than 4 people in one place. Best case scenario, maybe 8, you know? A wing versus a wing, or something, I don't know. Well, regardless. The combined arms gameplay, if such will exist, it's gonna be so one-sided, and it's gonna be just one-sided for the person with most ships. That's it, like, honestly. And you'd only take your first-person character out only to interact with something that needs to be interacted only by your first-person character, I assume. If there's no such reason, then I highly doubt you will have a bazooka, and even then, what does one missile do to your shields? Again, I keep speculating. Stop it, Yamiks. Okay. Anyways, right. Let's see. Just right. So carrying on the sentence, right? So from now until launch, we'll be sharing more information, developer diaries, and trailers as we get ready to embark on this exciting new adventure. You can wishlist us right now on the Steam page. And wait, wasn't there a? Hold on. No. Blake was so generous and gifted the little contribution. Well, not so little contribution, and didn't the alert go off? The hell? What the hell, YouTube? You have alerts going on normally. Oh my god, it still hasn't gone through. It hasn't registered on Streamlabs. Anyways, sorry. Right, so basically... The only paragraph, or actually no, there were only couple of things that told us some things new. So first things first, obviously it's the confirmation that there will be combined arms gameplay. So you can drive around in SRV, you can walk around in your person guy thing and fly with the spaceship. Whoa, there you go. Alright, that's a confirmation, and that's really the only one. The other one is a questionable confirmation of social hubs. So what the fuck does the social hub mean? Does it mean a starport as it exists now with just a coffee room where people can, you know, run about like in the most games? You know, having a social hub area place or something? Or does that mean something completely new? Who the fuck knows? Thanks for information. And everything else is basically just resorting to describing your own existing game as if the person doesn't fucking know what Elite is. I mean, if you're reading an update for a fucking video game, it means it refers to the new stuff, not the existing stuff. Otherwise, we can just write fucking paragraphs. I guess that's what this thing's supposed... Literally, these fucking PR pieces are... I hate when they release these things, I truly do. Patch notes are proper fucking release of information, right? This is pointless hype building. So what I would ask you folks, right? Not get drawn in hype and speculation building. Try to limit the fucking speculation, because nothing good ever comes out of it. Truly, nothing does. Walking around again and so on and so forth. We'll see. Again, play No Man's Sky and see how that works. Now it's gonna be perfectly compatible with No Man's Sky, right? And honestly, No Man's Sky's walking capabilities aren't the best ones. I assume Elite will have better one, but we'll see about that though. So Ranek, right. That's because they want to fluff out the what little they have come up with and obfuscate obfuscation at its finest. There's a possibility that they are doing it because of that. So the thing is, I'm not saying it's gonna be bad, right? There's a possibility for everything to happen, right? The thing is, if this thing succeeds, fantastic. We get Elite Dangerous for coming years in that case, right? If everyone, decides to play Elite Dangerous upon this fucking thing's launch, well, developers will see, or rather the company will see that it's worth investing in it even more than it is right now, right? And thus we'll get more updates and probably, more stuff. But with the track record that has been going on with Elite, I'm not sure, right? Still, I'm gonna wait for my final judgment, because right now what I can, say is that yes, they have modeled a character, a weapon, a multi-tool, I assume, another multi-tool, another type of a weapon, and probably another one, and jetpacks, I guess, and atmospherics, maybe a new planet tech, who knows, and that's all I can say, really, and that's even, questionable. So overall, I'd say hold thy hype, if you will. We'll see. Just again, developers haven't released any important information that you can draw any good conclusions from. If you go on and start speculating wildly, then I'm sorry, it's just not gonna lead to anything good. So, yeah. I mean, I wish developers definitely the best of luck to not fuck up again, right? All I ever want is just a game that is just playable and doesn't constantly crash or has boring gameplay. Yeah. First things first, just make it okay, right? Even later, hey, if you have some interesting gameplay, go for it. We'll see. Let's see, on the Steam page, wish listing, feel free to do so yourselves. I personally really don't want to show my interest into this corporate nonsense. So, me. Alright, so basically this is a copy-paste. Yeah, literally nothing is told. And let's see, and this is also basically the same fucking thing. Yeah. Yeah, there's just nothing. If you got any other, important information, well, go ahead and share it to me. Share it with me. I'd really like to look at it, but no, it's black. I mean, sure, the trailer itself was okay-ish, but nah. Just hold on. Where's that animation? Here. Look at this animation properly. Hold on. Right. So this animation here. It just doesn't feel like this character's body has weight. Again, it's just, again, I'm not much of a, animator, right? I suck at it. But I can tell something's kind of off. Low gravity. The thing is, the character crouches too quickly for it to be gravity thing. Again, if any of you are animators, you probably know what I'm kind of hinting at here. Anyways, the interesting side note is this particular landing pad, right? Somebody pointed out to me that this is a single solitary large landing pad that we haven't seen before, or something similar to this. And yeah, this might hint at building, but I highly doubt. So yeah, we'll see whether or not that's just I don't know, a new landing place. That's about it. So, yeah. Well, it's a weapon. I mean, the thing is, okay, so let's talk about the model design. Say what you will, but let's actually, you know what? Let's go into Elite, right? So let's look at. Oh gods, I don't have the settings for these fucking things. I hate this. All right, so let's see if I can. Right, here we go. So weapons, right? So let's look at a good example of a weapon, right? In Elite. Let's see if I remember correctly. No. No, wrong. It's SRE controls. There we go. Oh, man, I set this stuff. Right, whatever. Right, so these are the weapons. This is how they model weapons in Elite, or have modeled in the past, right? This is how they make just models. And tell me that this style, right, the more rudimentary, I suppose, a functioning weapon look is the same as in the pictures here, right? It doesn't really feel like it's the same thing. Okay, I understand there could be new, let's say, companies and what else making stuff, but even so, some of the, again, it just doesn't feel like it's the same style. It feels like it's a style from a completely different game. And yeah, plastic toy. It really does feel like it's a plastic toy rather than a typical thing that we've seen-ish before. Because here's the thing. There has to be changes in many ports and ways and whatnot else. In reality, we have all sorts of designs, right? But for games, it's very common to sort of have a unified style, right? And this is me just nitpicking the art and whatnot else, but I don't know, it just doesn't, again, I mean, I like the design, it's at least functional-ish looking, but it certainly doesn't look like it's an Elite iconic thing. It rather feels like it could be in the universe. Fair enough. Well, it is what it is, what can I say? It's fine if they want to deliver these things or give another animator a chance to shine, sure. Who knows, maybe these actually do look good. And the thing is, I come from first-person shooter background and so on and so forth, and I do like to look at, you know, all sorts of designs and weapons and so on and so forth. So yeah, it really is interesting, and we can actually draw quite a lot of comparisons between Star Citizen weapons and, you know, what we can see here. And honestly, I still prefer Star Citizen look, not because they are more detailed, but actually, hold on. Let's look at Star Citizen weapons for a second. Personally, Star Citizen takes a more realistic approach on weaponry. Not the ship weaponry. God damn it. Handheld fucking weaponry. Let's just go with... Okay, fuck it. It should be enough to showcase a couple of things. Come on. Ah, here we go. The sniper rifle. Come on, open up. Show the folks picture, because that sniper rifle looks like something that could be in Elite, right? This definitely looks like something that could be in Elite, rather than Star Citizen. Though obviously, because it's super detailed, obviously you'd start to think that it's more like Star Citizen, right? But the shape looks more, again, real, right? It doesn't have that toy-like look that we have here or here, right? So this is what I'm talking about, an artistic style. So this is the reason why I'm critiquing this literally is that this is the only piece that we can pretty much guarantee that will be in there. It might not shoot like you expected, it might not work as you expected, but it will certainly look like it, at least similarly. So yeah, the cohesion of art is a hard one to keep over multitude of years, right? And you know, it happens, right? It is what it is, but just with Elite, it'd be nice to see a bit more cohesion in the gun looks and whatnot else. I truly expected some of the weapons to just look like old things, because again, 1,000 years, let's be honest, Kalashnikov is still probably prominent. And Kalashnikov, as long as... Actually, Kalashnikov would shoot anyways in a vacuum anyways, right? So, a version of Kalashnikov would be the literally easiest thing to make. And you wouldn't need to pay anyone, I think, for the licensing, even. Even something like this, right? This is the somewhat ballistic, simple rifle in Star Citizen, right? Or, fuck, shotgun doesn't have... Actually, there is one wonderful, oh god. There are pictures? Oh, there are pictures. Neat. Can we load in some pictures? Perfect. Got it. Alright, let's see. The SMG certainly looks interesting, right? It has detail, sure, but, you know, you take out half of the detail, you still have the basic idea behind that style. I think this was the railgun? I think this was the railgun, yeah, and that is fucking awesome, actually. Yeah, this is the railgun, right? Seems nice. Though, on the other hand, probably what this guy is holding is, well, it looks like a railgun-looking thing. The same thing looks like this one as well, right? Some sort of an energy weapon, too, so... I don't know. The thing is, in Elite, we already have railgun look, right? We already have Guardian railguns, or Gauss cannons. And those are the closest thing to this sort of a design. And even that design doesn't quite look like it. No, you get my point. It's just a lack of cohesion within the art style. And, Pilot sent me an interesting picture. So, yeah, some interesting pictures that could happen. I mean, sure, fine. I suppose that'd be pretty neat to have. I suppose. Draco Games. Hey, thanks for hosting there. Really appreciate it. And so on. So yeah. Renken, I'm still trying to find the coils on the Guardian Gauss cannons. Yeah, that... The thing is, I never liked the way that railguns look in Elite Dangerous. I never did, but this... Again, I can't shake the feeling that this is... Hold on. It truly feels like Borderlands 2 weapon look, right? I don't know, I just simply cannot shake. The weapon design is so fucking similar. Let's see, where was the style? For example, this rocket launcher, right? Say what you will, it kinda does resemble the style of this rifle, right? There was actually a very similar rifle to this one. Let me see if I can find a decent picture of it, because there were really interesting designs. You know, the spinning SMG thing is, you know, very akin to the magazine, I assume what that is. Not really. God damn it. If anyone can find a decent picture from... Because I shit you not, Borderlands had a very similar style of a weapon as well. Where was it though? Again, finding these fucking styles is kind of a bitch. So, again, fuck it. If somebody has a good image, feel free to post it on either my Discord or somewhere else. So, we'll see what's what. But yeah, it really... Oh, actually, yeah, Melivan. Melivan weapons. I think, yeah, they should have plenty of similar looking designs. Some of those Melivan... Yeah. I mean... Say what you will. Hold on. Let me just... There we go. Kinda? Doesn't this look like kind of the same thing? So yeah, it feels like they are taking quite a lot of inspiration from definitely a few shooters in the past couple of years. So yeah, It'd be nice to see interesting designs, and for example, also the rifle that this guy is holding, right? The black and white sort of enclosure style. Let me find. That fucking thing literally reminds me of this weapon. Like, okay, it's a bit different, but I mean, kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Or if it's not this one, then let's see. There were NS weapons. There were a couple of NS nanite systems. Weapons, yeah, nanite systems weapons. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. NS 11A, right? Take off the end of the barrel, and there you go. That's the same thing, right? So, I don't know. What can I say? It has plenty of references, and I can't take... Especially this looks like a fucking toy, not a weapon. To me, it truly looks like a fucking toy. And in Elite Dangerous, weapons for the most part looked ugly. I never liked many of the designs. There are only a few little things, but... Yeah. Is TheYamiks going to criticize everything? What about the spacesuits? Oh, gods. Okay, let's get into the spacesuits then. They're ugly as fuck. I don't know about you, but that helmet? Ew? I mean, hold on. How fucking hard would have it been for them to just copy this look? It's kind of silly, but it looks cool and, you know, kind of futuristic. Why this? Just why? Why? It looks bad. It's just weird. And of course, I get it. There's a little bit of the SpaceX look, indeed. But I don't know. I haven't seen this kind of an ugly toy-looking design in a long time. Again, fair enough. If you like it, if you do, why not? But I personally just my first impression. Literally, these are my first impressions, and I just don't like it. It looks like a toy. And the thing is, I wouldn't have such a problem with a toy design if it was in a game with a toy design, sort of generally speaking, like No Man's Sky, right? But this is Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous has established that its universe is about more of a realistic take on the space sim stuff, right? And then you introduce this. I mean, okay, fine. If you want to see some hypocrisy, actually, for 2000, this is my favorite weapon in the world. Like this is literally my favorite looking weapon ever, right? This is what I absolutely enjoyed in many games. And yes, it looks like a toy. It looks like a, you know, Unreal thing and blah 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 blah. But still, it's not even that. Again, it has detail, right? It has a little bit of and these things just no, just no. Oh well, still fine. Again, it's just a visual design, and if they end up making it okay or working and good, fine. It's just nah. But yeah, let's see, what else? Ooh, we have some interesting pictures from, oh yeah, we have some Ray Army. Yeah, there we go. This is from Destiny, right? I mean, this is not a unique design, right? It's been there for a long time, this type of a railgun type of thing, so, yeah. But yeah. Oh, perfect. There we go. Yeah, here's a wonderful picture. This looks very much like it, right? I mean, kind of bulky, but still. Yeah. I think I even gotten this in Borderlands, so yeah. It's pretty nice. But yeah. So yeah, Odyssey. Overall, I can say that, well, it's definitely getting my personal favorite aspect of games. you know, the first person, especially the first person shooting thing. But well, we'll see whether or not it actually is as good as, you know, you'd expect from first person. Because here's the thing, right? When you're designing a game, right, the least amount of precision you need to put in a game or about the physics and actions and mechanics is in a strategy game, right? The top-down strategy game, or even just a global, you know, if you will, sort of galactic view sort of a game, right? Essentially, in those games, you don't need to be as precise on, you know, damage dealing, hitboxes, and so on and so forth. You can take plenty of sort of shortcuts in designing things. But once you go in a, you know, top-down sort of a strategy thing, you need to make sure that, you know, the units at least hit the neighboring block or something next to the, you know, enemy unit or something like that. You know, typical RTS games like StarCraft or what it was. And Spooky, thank you for your wonderful contribution. Then, once you go in the third-person hack and slash or even third-person shooter, yes, you can take some liberties, let's just say, with aiming and hit scanning and so on and so forth. Actually, if you go in older third-person shooter games, they will always shoot not from the character to the point where you aim, but from your camera where you're looking to the aim point where you're aiming. It used to be that in a few older games, I remember I was just, you know, looking past, or rather, sitting near a corner, shooting through, because my camera allowed it, because my camera was on one side of the, you know, character, that allowed me to still hit the target even if I was behind the cover. So yeah, third-person games tend to take a little bit of liberty when it comes down to aiming, but it has to be a bit more precise. But when you go to first person, when you reach that first-person perspective, you have to be extremely precise, especially today. Right? Especially today, you have to be extremely precise on where you're aiming, how it's being aimed, and, you know, how walls and obstacles work, and how environment is colliding. Because I actually can demonstrate what I mean by this. I can actually show an older video game. Let me just show you. Let's see. Or not see. Here we go. There we go. Right, so I'm just gonna. Let's open Gary's mod. Right? EF2. No. God damn it. Open up library. Give me a moment. Let's open up Gary's mod. I'll show you what I mean by precision. That has to be sort of taken in count. Otherwise, a first-person game mode feels wonky and not exactly correct, if you will. So these are the massive challenges with first-person shooters, or when games decide to go first-person. You have to make sure that the collision boxes are truly spot on, like truly spot on. Otherwise, it's gonna be a yeah, it's gonna be functional, but it's not gonna be very fair, or it's not gonna feel very realistic. Right, so let's take something simple as barrel, and let me change my character, otherwise you can't see what I'm, oh gods, where was the player character? Oh god damn it, I don't remember where I could change the player character. Fucking hell. Where was the menu for it? Jesus Christ, I can't remember. Magmorph, no. See? No. Oh gods, anyone help me? God damn it, I changed this oh, let's see. Press C. Oh yeah, player model. Model. What's wrong with me? Alright. Sorry. Foley, hey! Hello, and thanks for the bits there. Really appreciate it. Right, so here we go. Right, so you have a pistol, right? And obviously your, weapon doesn't shoot from the gun's position. It in Gary's mod, it's a hit scan. So basically that means where there is the reticle, right, in the center of the screen, that's where it's in a straight line will shoot. In something like Team Fortress 2, actually the bullets come out of the position where your 3D model is, so your hand, right? That's where it sort of shoots from. It has a very similar angle, so it goes for it. But anyways, right? So here I was aiming past this point, but I was still able to hit the barrel for some reason, right? I was literally, you see, I'm aiming past it. Well, actually, yeah, there's another bullet hole. Fuck it, I'll go for the other hand. So, see, I still hit it. So the collisions still have to be close, because let's take there's a moment where you have your space gun in Elite, right, and you're sitting next to a corner and start to shoot, like in this real version, right? Let's say I aim past it. Technically my gun should shoot the wall, right? But because my character, or rather because the hit scanning is, well, the way that this game, well, does shooting essentially, I can still shoot the grass and whatnot else, even though I, technically my model is behind it, and so on and so forth. There has to be collision boxes and also aiming properly done, and so on and so forth. So, my point here is that Elite Dangerous, right? Elite Dangerous is gonna have trouble with collision boxes. See, in Elite we have, well, let's just say issues with collisions, oftentimes. Okay, I can't drive this crap without remapping some buttons at least. Give me a moment. So let me show you what happens in Elite. Because once you go in that first-person mode, once you have made a first-person mode for your game and so on and so forth, people will feel a lot less immersed in a game, where constantly you have to fight collisions, where your guns don't, properly shoot things that you aim at, and so on and so forth. Also, the detail has to be way tighter when you're going for the first person. Of course, if you're going into something like Half-Life Alyx, the VR experience, then you have to have even more detail. So you can even sort of segment the level of detail that your game will have to have depending on what type the game it is, right? The least amount of detail you can put in a game that literally has so many things, so many RTS things happening that you just don't care whether or not a soldier hits, that block of ice perfectly center or just hits it, right? Doesn't matter if it's calculated by a hit scan or if it's just a randomly rolled hit. And yeah, Elite hasn't exactly shown that their collisions have been the greatest, especially with many things. The netcode's kind of, and there's another issue. In the first person, Counter-Strike and so on and so forth, having a lag, a ping or whatnot else longer than 50 milliseconds is going to be horrible. And in Elite, honestly, I have a feeling that they have upwards of 70 or more for just even two people that are in the same country or next to the fucking servers, it feels sometimes. So netcode will have to be tremendously improved as well if they are, going for it. And these are the challenges that, hopefully Frontier will be up for the challenge and up and willing to fix or improve. But the past hasn't been the greatest example here. Primary fire, secondary fire, steering, left, right, yes. Pitch up, pitch down, no. Where is the thrust? Oh, for fuck's... Are you kidding? Where's the goddamn thrust? Toggle you to... Oh, for fuck's sakes. I had it. Driving, targeting, driving... Oh. Driving throttle, right, I remember why. So yeah, also button mapping is a mess in Elite, so fun times for me. Anyways, Right, here we go. Let's try and shoot something, right? Most of these rocks are, you know, procedurally... Oh no, it's... My controls have been reset and that sucks dick. Targeting... The turret controls, here we go. Relative mouse, yes, pitch inverted. Why is it pitch inverted by default? Fucking piece of shit. Anyways, here we go. Right, so these rocks are procedurally generated and they don't have... Oh wait, no, they do have collision boxes. Also, of course, the weapon fire comes from the weapon itself, not your UI. So it's not a hit scan clearly. Hello? There we go. Right, let's see, the rocks. Let's see. Targeting on this thing. So yeah, collision on the rocks actually is not bad. But on the other hand, ships themselves, well, they do have... Actually, they do have collision boxes. Oh god, so let's see if I can actually... So that's a hit. That's a miss. That's a hit. Damn it. Come on. It also counts the landing gear. Ah, yep. Here we go. Ah, I hate this dead zone. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I need to get rid of the fucking dipshit dead zone. Let's see. Targeting turret controls. Do we have dead zone? Mouse sensitivity. Fucking dead zone. Okay. Wow. Okay. Just... Why do you do this? Why? Why the... Elite? Fucking garbage. Alright. Let's try... and shoot through essentially the railing there. Yeah, you can see that... Actually... Am I able... Tell me, the camera is fucked up as well. God damn it. Sorry, folks. And Gavin, hey, thanks for your contribution. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you're doing fine and dandy. Can I just simply reset my key settings? Because I had decent key settings. For crying out loud. Targeting, of course. No, of course I have not. Okay, so Ellie basically hates me. It resetted my settings completely. So fuck me, basically. Alright, camera. I need a fucking camera. Camera suite. There we go. Control-Alt-Space. Why didn't it work? What the hell? Always confirm. Yes, increase speed, decrease speed. Let me just map this garbage because just no. Move up, move down. Pitch inverted. Yes, free camera mouse. Or whatever. Alright, roll. Let's see. Stabilizers. Camera ship. Attach, detach. Exit. Really don't use that. Let's see. Zoom toggle. That'd be number 9. Increase. Oh, for fuck's sake. Increase. No! Why? There we go. Decrease blur. Increase blur. Alright, that should do the trick. Alright, give me a moment. Alright. Oh, of course I'm in... Right. Can't do it in the third person. Ah, damn it. Where are the times when you need some help? Oh, anyways. But regardless, you can see there are some collision... Actually, that was a perfect shot. Here we go. Enter free cam. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, fine. Let's see. Right, and let's see. Oh no. Oh, don't tell me. No, why? Oh, the settings, man, the settings. I just want to show collision boxes that in Elite the ships don't really have the most precise collision boxes. Ah, why is it so? Toggle HUD, yes. Enter ship controls. Here we go. That's the... Yeah, that's the one. Yes, always confirm. Stabilizer was number 6. There we go. Exit free camera. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go with enter. Maybe. All right, let's... Oh, apply. Good. All right, here we go. Seriously, it's still fun. All right, give me a moment. Right. And of course, it doesn't hit the place that I wanted again. Damn it. All right, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Just camera shenanigans. Yep, there we go. That will be perfect. All right. All right, so let's see. I'm shooting air. See, this is what I'm talking about, the hitboxes. I'm literally hitting just air, and yet that counts as a hit. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about first-person collision boxes must be super precise in order for the game to not cheat out the player out of a proper shot or what else. And sure, this is a collision box for a target, which is another issue, right? Too inaccurate and forgiving collision boxes also scream of, well, unfairness in general terms. So yeah, it's just, you know, hitting air. Yeah, I had very low health. I didn't expect it to kill it. Oh god. Okay, well, well, I didn't expect that. Perfect. There we go. There we go. Snubs got a wonderful picture that is remarkably similar, and in the perfect pose. Yep. Here we go. This. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. All right, just come on. Right. It truly smells of a little bit too much inspiration, folks. I don't know about you, but it's just a bit much. Say what you will. Like this part is basically the same, right? The okay, barrel end not really, but a bit much, right? Let's see. There we go. I mean, I wouldn't mind Elite Dangerous to become basically, you know, Borderlands good, right? But yeah. Actually, oh fuck, you can't see shit. Here we go. There we go. Now you can see properly, right? Just a bit much. A bit too close, if you will. It's generic as fuck. Yeah, I know. It kinda does. Good. Alright. Well, back to basically unkilling myself. Oh, right. The ship is destroyed, but my... Also, if you want to see some interesting collisions as well, give me a moment. There we go. And... right. There we go. The debris is interesting. It collides interestingly, if you will. So yeah, you can actually play football or whatever with debris often. So yeah, it's not bad. Oh, but yeah, Space Leg's coming, folks, basically, and Elite basically will have to receive a tremendous amount of collision physics and hold on, collision physics updates and oh, what else basically. So I'm not certain. That's the thing. I'm not certain they can do it. Not because they are unable to do it in general, but the Cobra engine is not the most precise, right? It hasn't ever been the most precise thing, and a chance for it to have this much precision is gonna be pretty bad, or well, unlikely rather. I mean, okay, in No Man's Sky, the shooting is not the greatest and whatnot else, so who knows, really, but, I don't know, the thing is, again, I'm willing to give them a benefit of the doubt. They can do it, and they will be able to pull through and whatnot else, but I'm literally just waiting out. I invite everyone to just keep on, you know, being skeptical and, well, essentially just not getting too hyped, I suppose. So yeah, don't go out on wild speculation, you know, rants and whatnot else. I truly recommend keeping your expectations low as fuck and kill hype, basically. I truly recommend it. So yeah. At least that way you won't be, you know, too disappointed once it comes out. So, anyways, hey Franco, nice to see you. Hey Yamiks, surprising quote-unquote leaks today. Let us see if they make it or they fail it. I have mixed feelings. I love what I see, except for the shooter element. Oh come on! This is thing is. I personally, though, on the other hand, want to have the first-person aspect and shooting thing, because I come from the first-person shooter background. I truly love the first-person shooters the most, as my favorite game of choice. If I ever, you know, choose to play something, I'd much rather play a shooter, right? Rather than the third-person or, you know, something like this. That's how I've always been, right? I've grown up with Duke Nukem 3D, and I played literally every fucking shooter out there, at least more popular shooters, right? So, I'll be judging the first-person aspect of Elite the most and the harshest, because again, I've seen so many games, so many types and ways you can make first persons and whatnot else. So there are many ways to do it. And the thing is, if it's better than No Man's Sky, which I honestly trust Frontier to be able to do, it's a low bar of entry. It's gonna be okay, but it's not gonna be too fun, right? The problem with, you know, I suppose simplified. Yeah, I'd say simplified version of shooter mechanics and what it does. It's just not fun, right? The thing is, it needs to be more intricate than just the basic, you know, pew pew hit scan, it hit or not, whatnot else. Because I personally will be more interested in, you know, first person shooting. From basically now on, it's my thing, right? Instead of doing combat PvPs and whatnot else in the evenings after, you know, every stream and whatnot else, I'll be doing probably the first person thing if it's good. If it's like Star Citizen, oh no, actually, you know what? I can show you. Let's see if I can boot up a Star Citizen version, just to showcase how it looks. Okay. Give me a moment, I'll switch screens real quick then. So let's do Star Citizen real quick. Oh, come on, Elite Dangerous, piss the fuck off with your launcher. Anyways, alright, give me a moment. It's it's not gonna be fast, okay? It's just not gonna be fast, and there's a high chance of crashing. But this is the closest we can compare it to or with, I suppose. So might as well learn from the mistakes and successes of Star Citizen, because say what you will, I really like the design of Star Citizen weapons. Like, there are really cool designs, as I showcased previously, but yeah, it's not the greatest look when combined with actual gameplay or test play, whatever you want to call it. I believe the FPS will be the next CQC of, or next version of the CQC. I'd say it will be more played. more people are interested in first-person shooting than a spaceship combat thing. So, yeah, who knows, right? So, yeah, and the thing is, right. So there we go. I'll take whatever. What the fuck do I have equipped? So yeah, you can see it slowly loads. Oh god, it doesn't even load in the fucking weapon. Ah, fuck it, it'll be fine. So come on, let's just go. Let's just go. Find a match and don't crash. Don't you dare crash, you fucking piece of shit. Last time I tried playing this or testing this right off the launch, it immediately crashed. So it'll be funny if it does. No, okay, here we go. Oh my god, the frame rate is horrible. You can see, and the constant frame freezes. They're not on your video. That's how it normally goes. Right. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's go. What? See, this is what I call about horrible. How? These frame freezes are horrifying. What the fuck? It's even worse than the last time I did this thing. Jesus Christ. I shit you not. Last time I quote-unquote played this, it wasn't as lag-tastic as, or freeze-tastic as it is right now. Jesus Christ. So, yeah. But in any case, the way Star Citizen does the first-person stuff is also pretty... God damn it, I need to reload constantly. In the face, fucker! So... Oh, I bled out. In any case, the point here is that can be done well, it can be done really horrifying, and first person is probably one of the hardest things to get completely right. It's super easy to start making it, but to get it right, and you know, did I just poop out a grenade? It just fell through the fall. What? Hey, there we go. God damn it. So the point here is, right, again, Elite Dangerous will have hard time properly doing the first person, because advances in first person, especially with the engine that they have right now, might not even be a, you know, combinable thing. Cobra engine is, in my opinion, in my experience, not the most stable or precise thing. And even if they, let's say, even if Elite Dangerous suddenly somehow manages to acquire, you know, decent or even good, you know, collisions and mechanics for the first person, it will be basically dogged with, well, the absolute lack of netcode, right? If you imagine that, you know, combat between two ships already is a lag fest, and it often just fails. Imagine first person. Unless it's a separate game mode, right? And it could be, right? And I'd probably play it for a little while, but unless it's a separate game mode, I highly doubt it's gonna be good. So, yeah. The first person invites a lot of struggle. I honestly didn't expect developers to go with guns. The thing is, I really didn't expect developers to go for, you know, first person shooting combat. I expected the first person to basically be just use tools and no shooting, right? No combat, to avoid the constant issues of netcode and precision. But they decided to go with guns, and well, I can tell you it's not gonna be easy. Sure as hell. So yeah. Well, right, so we're back in Elite, and I don't need that thing. And pick up Elite. Yeah, there we go. We got Elite. So yeah, it's I mean, we're still waiting until the end of the year, right? And yeah, it's certainly gonna be an interesting thing. What can I say? There really is nothing else. And the thing is, right? In the first person, as a matter of fact, looking at a texture, right? For example, looking at a texture that is, well, this is okay. Actually, let me show. Let me put my character, or rather, camera in the height of a human. Yeah, let's do an experiment, right? So I'm gonna put the camera at 1 zoom, slowest moving speed, give or take. Right, so this is, let me angle it. So let's say this is about as high as you would be from the SRV, right? In a normal thing, you would be standing here, you'd be looking around the place, and then you look downwards and you see graphics like these. It's not pretty. It truly is not pretty. Try yourself, actually, in the game, right? So texture amounts, of course, will be needed to be upgraded, and as trailer showed, yeah, there are textures, but that's a trailer. I don't trust the trailer to do any better. So yeah, but we'll see. Star Citizen, on the other hand, has a rather interesting texture. Star Citizen actually uses a very similar, I think at least, texturing, procedurally generated texturing style, if I remember correctly. So yeah, but yeah, Marty actually has a good point. Once the Odyssey comes out, I would not be really surprised if Elite Dangerous goes beyond 100 gigabytes. Like, honestly, that is kind of expected. Of course, Star Citizen itself is, I think it was 60 gigabytes. I think it was somewhere 50 gigabytes or so, and it has quite a lot of detail. On the other hand, I think it was Call of Duty Warzone, the free-to-play one, right? That one is over 100 gigabytes. And yeah, it still has its quality, right? So there will be a massive increase in size, surely, obviously, which honestly is not a problem for me, but yeah. The full Call of Duty is nearly 200. Fuck now. Yeah, I remember it was 180 gigabytes on the latest Call of Duty. Not the Warzone, I think it was the Modern Warfare one, the remake one, right? So yeah, Elite and 100 gigabytes doesn't even take 40 now. Elite actually for me is 40, right? For me, Elite is 40 gigabytes right now. Actually, I can show that, but whatever. You can probably investigate it on your own. But yeah, but the quality of both the rocks as well as the, well, okay, you see a rock when you're driving, it's okay, but when a rock doesn't really leave a fucking shadow, it feels kind of out of place. Okay, let's say there is a rock that leaves a shadow, right? It doesn't look any good. Sorry, but that's not a shadow that looks good. So not only Frontier will have to, work on the graphics, collisions, physics. It's a lot of work, right? So to make it okay, to make it acceptable, it's gonna take a lot of effort. So did I turn up my graphics? Yes, indeed. My graphics should be at maximum, basically. Shadow quality. Okay, fine. I'll put it at ultra bloom. No. Medium. Blur can fuck itself. Let's see. Material. Why the fuck is material low? Well, whatever. Anyways, apply. Back. Okay, shadow is a bit better. Shadow is definitely better, and the texture on the ground, on the other hand, that now looks horrifyingly bad in comparison, right? Sure, shadows with higher texture, higher graphics look better, but the ground, no. There are ways around it, of course. Thing is, Elite Dangerous does one thing and one thing really well, and that is the procedurally generated and constantly, you know, done planets. Because essentially every planet, I assume, had a seed, and if you play Minecraft, you pretty much know generally how Elite then generates its sort of a world and so on and so forth. So with the proper seed and so on and so forth, yeah, I'd say you'd get decent sort of looking planets and so on and so forth, but it's still a mess, and there are some things that look better from different angles, but it's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work. That's the point there. So yeah, I see a lot of bro. Okay, bro. All the bro's in the chats. Sup, bro? Lift weights, bro. Okay, bro. Let's go, bro. Bro. Yeah. Well, in any case, Elite Dangerous. But anyway, the thing is, with this announcement, you know, Star Citizen may get some. Actually, the thing is, I really do want to see Elite Dangerous succeed in this one, because that would mean that Star Citizen would literally have very little leg, if you will, to stand on. Very highly polished and textured leg to stand on. So at this point, honestly, although I constantly say fuck the hype and fuck speculation, I kind of want this to succeed. I really do. So let's say if this fucking thing succeeds, if the Odyssey succeeds properly, yes, Star Citizen may get fucked quite a bit. Oh, it'll be interesting to see the results. Anyways, my question is, how many space legs will we get? No, spatula. We won't get multiple space legs. We're just gonna get normal space legs, or one leg maybe. Wonderful thing is, remember, folks, here's me speculating. The only time I bet to take every step, you're gonna have to pay about 100,000 credits. So one step is 100,000 credits. So and to get the space legs, you know, space boots. Each boot is 5 billion. I bet. There you go. That's I want a human pogo stick. You need the No Man's Sky for that stuff. So yeah, essentially, it's gonna be certainly an interesting little while. Once this thing comes out, it certainly will be an interesting thing. Though will it be successful is another question. And again, as I said, I'd like to see this definitely succeed eventually. But the track record of Frontier, or rather the whole team, or just the part of the team, well, they don't raise a lot of hope, right? The unfortunate reality is that the developer MO is poor when it comes to releasing new things and making them work. Especially those of you that remember Horizons when it was first released. The performance was in absolute dumps, right? The performance was garbage. A lot of times collisions also didn't quite work well. So yeah, when driving on planets was such an issue, right? Having even more precision necessary for a gameplay to work, or game function to work. Well, one can hope, I suppose, but I sure as hell will just observe and really take it as on the face value, or rather, once it comes out, right? I really recommend not getting hyped over this stuff. So yeah, there you go. I suppose that's about it on, you know, the news and details and so on and so forth. If there are any questions, do let me know, because well, there's really not much happening really. When again, developers really put out just a fluff piece that literally means nothing. So it's kind of kind of blech, really. So yeah, this literally what they write is just fluff, and it invites a lot of speculation that I highly recommend no one to take on. Like, again, there's mentioning of engineering, which we already have, and so on and so forth. Are developers talking about this and that? Again, unless we actually have hard evidence, hard showcase, and so on and so forth, I truly recommend not getting hyped and avoiding that nonsense, because it's nothing but bad stuff. It truly is nothing but bad stuff. But yeah, I guess that's that nonsense is about it. John, so YamiKs, do you think we'll be able to walk around our ships? It would be nice. I mean, again, I'm not speculating. I'm not gonna speculate. I'm just gonna say it'd be nice. That's about it. I don't know. I'm not gonna hope for it. I'm just saying that, yeah, sure. If you can make it, you make it. If you can't, well, you can't. It is what it is. Anyways, so yeah, if you enjoyed the stream as well as the videos and all that stuff, I'll, you know, subscribe if you haven't, or follow on the Twitch side and all that stuff. And hey, if you want to support the nonsense that I, you know, come up with every so often, you know, week or whatnot else, well, consider becoming a patron, or check out the Streamlabs if you want, you know, if tips are more your thing and so on. I have someone in the voice here. Undertaker, your take?
Hello there. Or should I say, добрый день?
А, здравствуй, пацан, блядь! Before we end, since you are here, might as well, your couple of cents, your take on this thing.
About the Odyssey.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
First impressions.
I am, how should I say, a little bit under substances, but of course I'll fucking answer it. So, in my opinion, the whole FPS concept, it would be kind of Elite Dangerous hawking the spotlight from the... What is that fucking game called again?
Star Citizen or No Man's Sky?
Star Citizen.
Ah, there we go. All right.
Yeah, it would be just basically hogging all the glory, because that game is extreme fudging mess. So, yeah.
It'd be an interesting shit show.
If they would fix it up, like make it that FPS would work on their current engine, which I genuinely doubt, but it would be functional. It would be really, really interesting case, but still, as you mentioned, nothing to be hyped up, because remember, it's FDev, they're not reliable. When they promise things, they usually give half of the promise with a buckload of bugs, same as Bethesda.
Yeah, the MO of delivered features that have been basically left unfinished. Multi-crew, CQC, squadrons, fleet carriers,
engineering.
Yeah, it's not a.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's not a great track record. Let's just say so. So yeah, well, I suppose. Oh, and we got a new member for the YouTubes. Brian, hey, thanks for becoming a member there on the YouTubes. I really appreciate you being there. Let's see. Edward, right, so here we go. Do you think you'll be able to walk around stations and like climb into your ship? Do I think we're gonna be able? I don't know. Again, I'm not gonna speculate. I refuse to speculate this stuff. All I'm gonna say is, if you are, alright, just make it good. What I'm willing to say right now about this Odyssey update is, whatever developers bring out, better it be functioning and interesting rather than half-finished or a platform on which to build more shit. We don't need an MVP that is not most valuable player. We need, we don't need a minimum viable product. We don't need barely working space legs. What I want is actually something that you deliver and that is a full feature. And more importantly, a fun feature. It doesn't matter what it is, even if I personally don't like it. I objectively can recognize that something can be good for someone else, if it's not for me, right? If it's not for me, fine. But as long as it's not broken, as long as it doesn't cause issues, as long as it's done well and with effort, I will recognize it. And that's what I wish this thing would become, whatever it is. Oh, and Andre, hey, thanks also for becoming a member there. And yeah, there we go. So yeah, so there you go. Again, as I said it to everyone, right? Don't speculate and kill the hype. There's no need to get overexcited, like aroused in your pants about these legs, my friends. Let's look at what's gonna happen and judge it as a proper thing and not encourage, let's say, toxic behavior overall. Critique it, you know, be like me, you know, critique it like there's no tomorrow, but you know, just going out and being at each other's throats and whatnot else over, you know, a speculation is not a great idea. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, basically we got news of just nothing. Remember that the trailer is absolutely unrepresentative of what it may end up being. Who the fuck knows? They hint at a few things, and I guess we can call them out, but I don't care. As long as it's well developed, right? So there you go. Well, yeah, I guess for now, that'll be about the main message of the whole thing from me to you, to everyone, and so on and so forth. So, for now, I guess I'll bid you adieu. It's been a relatively shorter stream than usual, but still. I didn't plan to stream today. I was playing Stellaris, for fuck's sakes. And, yeah, so you guys take care. You know, stay healthy and, you know, wash hands and whatnot else. And stay safe. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then probably tomorrow or following days after all. I'll try to get in a few other creators and discuss this stuff. If not, on this weekend, Space Waste News, I'll probably talk about this stuff with the pilot for our weekly space news event. And yeah, stay tuned for that, if nothing else. That's about it. You guys take care, and I'll see you then later.